Well, everybody, we made it through week one relatively unscathed, and we're on to week two for the new school year. So, welcome back to Fireside Chats with Mr. Klepfer. This week's going to be a little different than last week because we're going to be talking more about actual scientific information. So, this week we're going to talk about where stuff comes from. Okay. So, for example, we have something like a stapler. Maybe some of you have thought about it, maybe some of you haven't, but do you ever think about where a stapler comes from? Who invented it? Who created it? Have staplers always been the same? Or something like scissors. Same idea. Where have scissors come from? Who created them? When were the first scissors made? Hole punch. Okay. Who made that? Who designed it? We know all hole punches don't look the same. Why is that? So this week we're going to talk about sort of the process that goes into creating everything that we use every day. And that all starts with people called engineers, designers, and scientists. So we're going to kind of delve into that a little bit this week. I have a few notes to show you, and then we're going to talk about what's going on this week in class. Okay, guys, so this first chapter is really all about problem solving. All the items that I just showed you started because there was a problem that needed to be solved. Somebody at some point thought that attaching multiple papers together was a problem. Okay, they didn't have a good way to do that. So somebody, because of that problem, designed the stapler. Same with the scissors, same with the hole punch. There was a problem to be solved. Somebody thought it was important enough to design some sort of apparatus or some sort of object that would take care of that problem for them. Okay, so everything we have that we've created since man has been around has come from somebody trying to solve a problem. Even something as simple as the campfire. Okay, there was a problem. People needed to eat, and they were getting sick from eating raw meat. So the campfire allowed them to cook. It provided them with warmth. So that's a problem that needed to be solved. Okay, so when we look at problems that need to be solved, like I said, they are usually solved by scientists, engineers, designers, and they use their scientific knowledge to solve the problems or to make life easier in some way. Okay, that is the purpose of their jobs. It's to make life easier by solving the problems that we have every day. Okay, and some of the examples I have here include computers, the internet, cell phones, robotics, bionics, all those things. But it doesn't have to be that technologically important. It's simple things, even like paper or our cars that we ride in, buses, the chairs that you sit in when you're in school. All those things were designed by engineers to solve a problem. Okay, and they're changed over time because engineers find a new way to do them to make them even better. Okay, that is what they do. Now, all engineers, they follow a process, and that process looks something like this. So first of all, we have to identify the problem. There is no need to make anything unless there's a problem that is solved with it. So there's some sort of challenge that they need to solve, and they try to decide how they can do that. They explore that problem. They see what others have done. They gather materials. They play with them. Engineers are just like big kids that like to play with things. Okay, so they gather some materials. They play around a little bit. Then after that, they start to design. They think of some ideas. They pick one. They design a plan to make. They might make a model of it or something like that, a diagram. And then from there, they move on and they actually create their idea to solve that problem. They build it. After that, they try it out. They test it. They see if it works. They see if it solves a problem efficiently like they wanted it to. After they collect that data, they try to make it better. Okay, they fix it. They modify it a little bit, try to make it better, and they try it again. Sometimes that means going back and doing a redesign, recreating it, and then trying it out again in a circular pattern. Really, with everything we have, this is constantly being done because nothing that we have right now is really the way it was first designed. Everything's been kind of redesigned to be better, to be more efficient, to be made out of different materials. So these engineers are constantly working, trying to make life better for all of us.